Hey, we're Harry and Charlene. We are full-time travellers who are travelling the world on a military pension of $4,000 a month. So far this year, we have been in some expensive countries. But during March, we left New Plymouth, New Zealand to go down to Christchurch in the South Island. And then we have made our way over to Australia where we currently are. So how did our budget do?
We'll see.
Yeah, it was a bit tough. As expected, accommodation was our most expensive category in March. We had 11 nights in New Plymouth. Thankfully, thanks to my amazing mum and dad, those were free. Love you, mum and dad. We also stayed a couple of weekends with my friend Trish. Got to experience a family life in New Plymouth, which was way cool. We had one night in Blenheim in the South Island, waiting for our train to take us down to Christchurch. That was $79 a night. We had 12 nights in Christchurch for $87 a night. And during that time, I also had an additional two nights in Christchurch with my girlfriends that I haven't seen for a number of years. So that was an additional $75 a night for those 2 nights. And then we came over to Australia and we spent a week in Melbourne. That was $105 a night. So all up, the total cost for accommodation for the month of March was $2,016.60. As far as flights, we had 2 flights in the month of March, New Plymouth to Blenheim, and then Christchurch to Melbourne. The total cost for both Harry and myself was $1,016.13 for both flights for both of us. As normal, we had a transportation category. This included public buses and transportation to and from the airports to accommodation, things like that. Our biggest expense, which was an amazing experience, was catching the Coastal Pacific train.
Loved it.
Yeah, it took us all the way from Blenheim at the top of the South Island all the way down to Christchurch. That was $145 US each, but it was amazing.
Yeah,
stunning.
Yeah, that's one word for it. Stunning.
So our total cost for transportation for March was $324.95.
So I get to talk about one of my favorite things, and that's restaurants. And since we caught up with a lot of friends and a lot of family in the month of March, we ate out a lot. So the total month for our restaurants was $518.36. And then, of course, coffees. New Zealand and Australia has a great coffee culture, and known for a great coffee. And there's lots of caffeine that was intaked and consumed during this time frame. So our total coffee bill came to $79.60.
That wasn't just me this month.
True, that's very true. I got to indulge as well. And then our groceries for the month of March was $428.20.
So coming from New Zealand to Australia, one of us needed a visa.
That was me.
I didn't. But that was 20 Australian dollars or approximately $12.71 US. Now, the main reason for going to New Zealand and even to Australia was to visit friends and family, and so we didn't do a lot of sightseeing, and the only thing that we really paid for during the month of March was Harry going to the Demolition Derby.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun
cool.
down in Stratford. Thanks to Amber and Scott. We went with the boys, and it was a great evening, but it was a fantastic time to see, how everybody was looking at the cars and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun.
That was $14 US. I got to stay home with my friend Trish, and we stayed warm and had coffee.
So for our general expenses, this includes miscellaneous costs that didn't fit anywhere else. So during the month of March, it included postage and bag storage while we were exploring Blenheim. So that came to about $8.64. And then for our eSIM, less than 1 gig this month. We're still working on Charlene's global SIM card through Arello. And lots of free Wi-Fi in New Zealand and Aussie makes it very easy to keep the eSIM costs super low. So our eSIM costs were just $2.55 for the month.
Best month so far.
And then our subscriptions, of course, we have Amazon Prime, which is $12.54, NordVPN, which is $1.35 due to that special deal that we took advantage of through Rakuten. And then even though most travelers won't have the following expenses, we're going to include these in our subscription prices, which is Dropbox at $10.65, RV Escapees Mailbox, which is $22.58, and then Clipchamp, which is $12.97. So our monthly subscription costs for the month of March are $60.09. TRICARE Health Insurance. The monthly enrollment fee for TRICARE Select is $30.41 for myself and Charlene. And then our medical costs for the month of March. This is mostly a bill that came through during our time in the US, so we paid that in March. I guess it just didn't get reflected by the doctor in a timely fashion, came to $148.31.
So all in, our total cost for the month of March, both from New Zealand and Australia, it's not as scary as we thought it was going to be. It was $4,630.45. While we are over a little bit for the month of March by $630, we still have 2 more weeks in Australia to make up some of that before we head to Asia. And we know that we're going to keep prices down in Asia. So that's why we work on a yearly budget rather than a monthly budget. We know some months are going to be higher and some are going to be lower, but it all works out in the wash.
Yep, it'll even out. So we greatly appreciate you guys watching our budget video for the month of March. And if you haven't done so already, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and continue to watch our videos. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Bye.